up, everybody? This is Mateo, and Zemus is dead. Let's play Final Fantasy IV. This is the second part of the finale, so if you didn't watch the last part of the first part of the finale, then you should go back to the channel and try to find it, or go to the playlist, or however you might want to go about finding it. The boss battle, the final boss battle against Zeromus, we completed. And now we just get to watch the ending scenes, such as this. It's quite long, it practically made its own video. But I'm just going to mention at the end of the ending scenes, where this video would be ending, the credits should be playing. However, I'm going to save the credits until the very, very end when we finish the final dungeon and put them there. So yeah, that's basically how that's going to work. Okay, so it looks like Fusoya's going back home, although I thought the moon was his home. I guess he's just going to go with the rest of his Lunarian buddies. And, oh great, we're going to meet again. And, may God, well, how does the thing go? And pray that we all meet again in Spaceballs 2, the search for more money, or something like that. And pray that we meet again in Final Fantasy 4-2, the After Years. Me? Yeah. They did make Final Fantasy 4-2. Well then, we all shall meet again. However, whether we meet Fusoya again, though, I have no idea. I have yet to play that. Okay. So, yeah, Cecil still hates his brother after all that he did, so how he was able to use the crystal, I have no idea, but everybody's saying, like, forgive him, make this a happier ending, and Cecil's being a silent protagonist, and then he's all like, oh, I forgive you, everybody's happy now, and Golbez is still wearing his dark armor. It's really his spacesuit. He needs it to be in space, even though nobody else needs a spacesuit. And then we have the solar system. My God, the moons are orbiting around the Earth quite quickly. And the planets are going rather quickly around the sun as well. So that explains why everything was completed so quickly, and yet they said that days had passed at times. And then, here's the poem thing again. Just because. They're just like, see? It happened! We were right, because we wrote the story. And then, it basically explains everything that happened afterwards. No, it's just being random, more poem stuff. I don't even understand it. I thought, though, of the same blood they were talking about Cecil and Golbez. His real name is like Theodore or something like that, I believe. Something like that. But I thought it was talking of those two, but never mind. See, it's already been a year to that green planet, and it's just been a year to the Earth, and it's been like a minute. And then, once again, we are going to lose the lunar whale in the sea. So, this can happen again in a similar plot line for the After Years. I'm not even sure if it is, but I'm guessing that we use the lunar whale again because the whole plot behind that is like the second moon is showing up again or whatever. I don't know, I've briefly seen it, so I really don't know what I'm talking about right now, which is normal. Hey, uncalled for. And now, happy music. And, Forum. That's a random NPC. There are frogs everywhere. You're talking about Mount Ordeals? That was nothing. What about... How about you talk about the time you got stoned to save everybody's life? Also the time that you turned into a rock to save everybody's life. What? Okay. Well then. So it's basically giving a little 2-minute thing on what happened to everybody, except for Telly. He's actually dead. And, yeah, it's not going to show Fusoya or Golbez either, because you know what happened to them. They went to the core to sleep with the Lunarians until it was time to wake up. Now, we have Edge, who has become the king of Babylon, basically. But he's still called a prince, and I like how he's still called Gramps. And, yeah, Edge really isn't cut out to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king, although Edge can. Okay. Sir, he's the prince. You call him sir? Okay. Sigh. Oh, well then. That's why I had Rydia and Edge next to each other in the party formation. And, yeah. Nope. Then run away because I'm immature. Yeah, maturity. And as for Rydia, she went back to the thingy. She went back to the land of summons, that's what I'm thinking of. And that's because she's a human, and you're a hooded creature thing that they were too lazy to make a separate sprite for. Okay. Ashura, you're like the least helpful summon there is. Just like your random 33% chance of stuff happening is unreliable and it's stupid. And that's one last rant. Okay, so since she mentioned Cecil, is it going to go back to Cecil? Because Edge mentioned Rydia, and oh no. So, Yang is king now, I guess? But they're still the actual king. Why? Okay. Yang is going power hungry. And yet he still trains and stuff. But seriously, there's the regular king. Shouldn't he be running the show while Yang continues to protect the kingdom and trains and stuff? I mean, I don't really understand this. Maybe make him general of the monks or something? And Yang's wife is still being... Man, I don't know. But you're still... It was going fine with you. I mean, Yang's training and stuff. Why do you... I don't understand that whatsoever. And here's something that actually makes sense. Prince Edward is now trying to rebuild his castle. I just realized how much royalty we actually had in this party. We had Edward, we had now Yang, although that hardly counts. We had Prince Edge. You'll see others soon enough. So yeah. Yes. I don't even know. Oh, the paladin, the song, is going to sing it. Because that's the only thing that he can do. That and mope over Anna still. Okay. Somebody more important, please. Oh yeah, Anna did die too. There wasn't a Deus Ex Machina for that. Well, there was, but it was just her spirit telling Edward to be strong, and he never did. And yeah, now pointless side characters. Here we have King Giot, and what's her face? What was her face? Like Luca? Luca's necklace. Was it Luca's necklace? Because that's the girl. I think it's Luca. Okay, we don't have enough materials to rebuild the castle. So take apart the tanks. What's with that giant piece of metal bolted to the floor of stone? Oh, nothing. Unless their tanks are made out of stone, in which case they shouldn't have functioned. Yes, it was Luca. What about them? Oh, that's nice. Cool. How are you going to get to the surface? If you're going to dismantle the tanks which could possibly, but barely be able to climb the walls and out the hole, but now that you have nothing whatsoever, how are you going to get to the surface? Is Sid going to pick you up or something? I don't know, but maybe that's how they got to the surface the first time. Sid picked them up, or picked up their tanks. They can pick up a hovercraft, so I don't see why not, but whatever. And there's Kane without his helmet on, but you only see the back of his head. Now, when I first saw this scene on the DS version, the entire time I thought like his gigantic ponytail thing was a cape of some sort. And then when he pulled off the helmet and I saw it was his hair, I was like, oh my god! And yeah, he's training so he will no longer be a traitor and stuff. And then more pointless side characters. This is back in Agart, which was completely cut from the project for whatever reason. Also, it looks like that pipe that he's looking into, which is a telescope, is just going into the wall. The stones of this wall are magnificent. Come look at it. Oh, by the way, the moon. It's doing stuff. How can he see the entire solar system from the telescope? Hey look, it's the planet that we're on, even though I shouldn't be able to see it. I mean, how does that even begin to work? If you're on the Earth, and you're looking through a telescope, you won't see the Earth, you'll see the rest of space. Plus, you're looking directly at the sun. Shouldn't your eyes have, like, exploded by now? Okay, there's the second moon. Wow! And it's gone now. So, yeah, the second moon is gone, so Earth can finally be normal again. And Cecil and Rosa are drinking or something. Were those flowers? I don't think those flowers were always there. But, whatever. There's a disturbance in the force. They added a second bed to Cecil's room. I just now noticed that. They're sleeping in separate beds, though. They didn't have a problem with sleeping in the same bed whenever they went to an inn, but then, when they're married, oh no, separate beds that are right next to each other, but they're still separated. But whatever. Okay. What are you implying, Sid? Yes, now Cecil and Rosa are also royalty, so that makes a total of 4 of the 10 party members that we had royalty. 5 if you count Yang. But then, if you count Yang, then you have to count Cecil and Rosa as well, and vice versa, so... Yeah, now creepy old Sid man is going to help Rosa get dressed and stuff. Well then. And yes, we're ready to run Baron and set up the sequel. It's God willing. God willing, may we all meet in Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. That's the quote. God, that only took me 12 minutes. And now we have random soldiers and mages and such, and everybody's coming back here, such as Edge, who's, I'm guessing, flirting with Rosa, and that's why Sid came over and beat the crap out of him. And then Luca and Gyot. And they talk to Edge quickly. Maybe they went through Eblan Cave. But then they'd have to go through the Tower of Babel. I'm guessing all the monsters are gone because it was the second moon that was causing all the monsters to show up for whatever reason. I'm guessing it was Zemus's hate or something. I don't know. Hooray for Pala messing around. And one more whack. Even though that was a complete miss. And, hey look, there's the Chancellor. I forgot that he showed up here. Well then. And there's those two. And, Palom, what about that random NPC girl back home in Mysidia? You forgot about her already? You have to hit on the one that doesn't even have a face, technically. That's great. Oh look, it's Radia, and Edge completely turns around. That's great. No, good job, Edge. That is definitely how you talk to a girl without talking whatsoever. Well, I really couldn't do any better. No, I'm joking, but whatever. What did Palom do and why did they stop for that? Oh well. Hail Kaiba! Sorry. That just reminded me of that. Okay. So now then, that was when the credits would play, and that was the weird jump cut. Me cutting out the credits and placing it at the end, and we have one more disco rave party. Yes! Like this. This is a random spot on the moon. That did disappear, by the way. I mean, you saw it. The moon left. But now the place moved to the moon. The place opened up, and now we can go back to the moon for whatever reason, even though it's gone. Why? One last thing. The ending was going okay, except for Yang and Edward, just because Edward ruins everything. And see, so now the seals are broken. You can go through the trials if you have the person in your party. And we're going to save cleared game data, going to save that in a different slot for whatever reason. And yeah, that's that. See y'all next time.